Hey guys, welcome to Khanvolution. My name's Khan. Right now I'm going to be checking out another episode of Rwby. This time Rwby Volume 5, Chapter 3, titled Unforeseen Complication. Oh, come on, unforeseen complication? Dude, all our complications have been unforeseen. You know what I'm saying? If you guys haven't checked out my reaction to Rwby Volume 5, Chapters 1 and 2, I'll leave their links in the description below, as well as the link to my most recent Rwby Chibi Season 2, Episodes 1 through 4 reaction. We got Penny back in that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's so freaking awesome. I'm actually absolutely loving Rwby Chibi, but the super thanks to Catalyst1391 for recommending me that awesome ass schedule to, you know, watch Rwby proper alongside Rwby Chibi, the proper schedule for that. So it's like basically for every 2 episodes of Rwby proper I watch, I'll watch like a couple of episodes of Rwby Chibi in the mix, so get to watch both at the same time. So cool. I hope you guys are enjoying Rwby Volume 7. I will be there one day with you guys. As always, if you guys are enjoying watching these videos with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with any other fans of Rwby or Rooster Teeth content out there. And of course, come over to my Discord so we can continue the conversation over there and, you know, share your Rwby memes, because it's been a while since I've done a Rwby meme reaction. So the clock's ticking. It's about time to do another Rwby meme reaction, you know what I'm saying? And there's a whole bunch of memes you guys have shared, so I have more than enough to make mountains and mountains of videos on, you know, so super excited for that as well. But what am I expecting in this? Oh, by the way, also that by the time I'm watching this chapter, I haven't read every single one of your guys' comments, so I gotta go back and read all that after I'm done with this. So just keep that in mind, you know, for your information. Yeah, so in case I don't respond to something or understand something that you guys have explained in the comments already. But what happened last episode, we've seen that Weiss had a crazy crash landing in somewhere in Mistral, and wherever it is, probably pretty damn close to wherever the bandits are, because, you know, who picks her up but, you know, Raven and her lackeys, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how their relationship will develop, or if you can even call it a relationship, you know. Oh hey, but you seem to be the mom of one of my teammates or whatever, you know. It's probably not gonna be like that, because boy, Weiss, oh man. Yeah, and we gotta also find out what Blake and Sun are up to back in Menagerie. Rwby, oh yeah, last chapter we didn't get any Oscar, bro. We didn't get any Oscar, so we gotta talk with Oscar. And last time we lost Sienna Khan. We lost freaking Sienna Khan. It's so sad, man. We got one Khan. We lost her, man. Shit. Please tell me there's another Khan somewhere on Rwby, man, or do some crazy shit to bring Sienna back. I don't know. Just bring Sienna Khan back into our lives. We lost her too soon, man. From one, like, that's crazy. You introduce a character in one episode, you kill a character in that episode. Which, by the way, Adam, you an asshole, fool. Adam Torres. Adam. Karma better rip this guy a new one, man. Adam's asking for it, man. And of course, Salem's taking advantage of the Cowardly Lion and forcing him to reveal all the information, you know, which Crow and them have no idea of, knowing that, you know, Lionheart has betrayed them. And meanwhile, Hazel has recruited Adam Torres after the coup d'etat, you know, thing. So there's a whole lot of crazy shit is happening. And as I mentioned Discord with some of you guys there, that I feel like, you know, things are only gonna get worse before they get better. So finger crossed for all our heroes, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm not gonna talk no more. Let's go ahead and dive into Rwby Volume 5, Chapter 3, Unforeseen Complications. In 3, 2, 1. Silhouette does the bones, son! Back to the fairy tale, back to the show. They're about to get worse. The rose petals everywhere and freaking leaf petals, all that shit. Let's go! Oh yeah, we gotta see each of Team Ranger's interactions with Oscar, man. Like, I don't know how much Ozpin has filled him in on everything that's going on, because I feel like the most that Ozpin has done over the past couple of however long they've been traveling for, I'm guessing it's been several months. Actually, you guys have filled me in. It's actually been like a couple of months that they've been traveling together. But within that time of, you know, I don't know how much Oscar actually knows about everything that's going on, you know? I feel like most of that time would be spent on just like trying to help Oscar just cope with the fact that he has another soul inside of him, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you got the kid here, man. Damn, freaking Yang versus Mercury, we gonna get that shit. Oh, dude, I'm waiting for that moment when she's writing her own summon. And of course, we got all our girls together going up against freaking Salim, bro. Salim. I don't know if this intro is just like, you know, faking it or, you know, is that actually going to happen? Oh, hey, we're back in Menagerie. Hello. Mama Belladonna! Such a different mom than Yang's mom, Raven. Ravine. Letter? Hey, he's got glasses now.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, is that a speech?
It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know they'll do the right thing.
Truth about what? Aww. Oh my god. Hey, he didn't bark at him, you know? Oh, he's warming up to potential son-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Son-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I gotta stop. Hey, it's the press. Oh, it's these fools. Damn.
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy.
Yeah.
A tragedy that will set both man and faunus kind back.
Oh yeah.
While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us.
Right. Papa Belladonna talking the real shit right now.
Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll.
Nice.
With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan, and take over the reins himself.
Oh, actually, you guys mentioned that the timeline is a little bit different, so Blake is a little bit behind, right?
Stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester.
Oh, Haven's next after the fall of Haven.
I sent my swiftest messenger to the government of Mistral, but I believe we have a greater responsibility. My relationship with the White Fang has been an interesting one. Years ago, I led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every faunus who wished could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor.
Oh.
It's true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The idea that the faunus and humans are, and should be, equal.
Damn.
Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal in mind.
He's an extremist.
What he has done benefits no one but himself. I think it's time that the faunus showed the world that we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was.
Right, I mean, you got all of Menagerie with you.
To do this, I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs.
Oh, oh shit, that sucks. Nobody wants in?
Before we proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the fall of Beacon.
Yeah. Explain to everybody what really happened.
Traitors!
Oh, come on! Are you serious?
Ilya.
Cowards. After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted faunas just for being who they are? Where was my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Oh, yeah.
Young lady, progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of faunas.
Oh,
They want us
shit.
to work
No, she
with
didn't.
the same people that are trying to hold us down. If you truly want to help your people, now is the time to
What's
support
son doing?
Adam, not the Belladonnas. He will bring about the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up!
Oh, shit. What?
After her!
Good luck. Oh, God. They're in on it. Of course they're in on it. They're probably the ones who sent her.
He's possessed! Or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
It is very weird.
Their questions are exactly what I have in my head.
Okay. Let's all just take a second and remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone.
Yes, good question. Good point. Crow. Very good point. It's all a little bit overwhelming. So let me take a step back and just breathe from the events that just happened, because it just jumped in all of a sudden to back here, and I just kind of want to enjoy it separately as opposed to what just happened. So apparently the show has gotten rather political, you know. I mean, it's always been kind of political, but this last segment was way more political, I feel, than what's been displayed anywhere else. Is because it's a public speaking event, and he's talking about, you know, exactly everything that's happened, and you got Ilya in the crowd just waiting for the opportune moment to strike back at the Belladonnas, because in Ilya's viewpoint and the red White Fangs, the extremist White Fang opinion is that, you know, the Belladonnas are the opposite of what you actually want, or are the opposite of what the faunas actually need. Like, true equality can only be achieved through violence, is what their dogma is, whereas the Belladonnas, they want equal rights in the most peaceful way possible, I feel. Or maybe as just, you know, over time, that's what the White Fang was all about in the beginning. But yeah, Sienna Khan took over. So what we realized is, I'll actually talk about this more later, but that, you know, Blake's dad started the White Fang, I believe, and then Sienna took over afterwards when he stepped down, and Sienna turned it more into more of like an extremist, you know, pro-violence sort of way. But they still had the same sort of tenets to which they strived for, you know, ultimately equality. Like we saw that Sienna, you know, wasn't all that intent on, you know, going crazy with the violence, as Adam was saying. But that's crazy. And you got those two assholes, crazy White Fang assholes, like smirking in the corner after all that. But yeah, that was a whole lot, you know, just like absorbing all that information. Let's go ahead and dive back in. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks. Sorry. It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well, we've never met a person with 2 souls, so
Oh
first
shit,
time's
yeah.
all around.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk.
Yes.
Mind showing us your little parlor trick, kid?
Oh my god. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Trick.
okay. Just so you know, I'll still be here.
Oh, Ozpin's gonna take over, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, they've been doing this for a while, like flipping. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh!
It is so very good to see you again, students.
OG Ozpin Weiss, let's go!
Wait, what just happened?
Professor Ozpin?
Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do anything embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just really kind of hard to believe overall.
Yes!
It's good to see you children still have your sense of humor.
Shit, after all that
I know
happened.
you've all been through tremendous hardship already. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It's all my fault. I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet.
Yeah, volume 1,
I
damn.
wasn't exaggerating.
You guys did make note of that
Cursed.
very
Thousands
early
of
on.
years I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, and reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul. The
Reincarnated
Professor
Rwby.
Ozpin you all met was not my first form, and clearly wasn't my last. It's an extraordinarily strenuous process.
Holy
on
shit.
everyone involved.
So what are you?
Yeah.
I am the combination of countless men who have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant. With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another. And I am changed. But my memories stay with me.
He's like the Avatar.
This curse was bestowed upon me by the gods, because I failed to stop Salem in the past.
Oh.
But we must stop her now.
Hold up. By the
How
gods?
do you do that?
We start by ensuring the safety of the Relic of Knowledge.
That's in Mistral, right? In Haven Academy.
Well, well, well. Look who's awake.
Why?
What's going on? Where am I? You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee.
Oh shit!
Vernal?
Vernal? Hello, potential spring maiden. That's who she is. Oh, get your hands off the Merton Nester!
What do you want? Straight to the point. I like it. We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is
There
that
you go.
it?
Mm-hmm. Bandits.
It's a shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
This
I
is the
would
spring
never
maiden, right?
Sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it. Don't make this complicated.
What's going to make this complicated is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral.
Oh shit!
You know my sister, don't you?
Hells.
Winter Schnee?
Yeah!
Operative of the Atlas military? She's
Tell
in
it to
Mistral
her.
now. And when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me.
That's right.
And you.
Oh.
What's so funny?
They don't seem to be scared, which means...
Oh, I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop. Your sister isn't in Mistral anymore.
Wait,
no
what?
Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops in tin cans.
Oh,
no
shit.
one is coming to rescue you.
Can these two shut up?
This
Holy
is
crap.
perfect! We were stuck at a dead end, but now we can just take little cute boy Ozpin to Lionheart and have him set things straight.
Yeah,
Please don't
good luck
call
with
me
that.
Yeah, we're not sure that's the best idea.
But I thought the headmasters all took their orders from you.
That was the intention. 4 lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him.
Put 2 and 2 together.
Something's wrong. I
Yeah.
don't want to jump to conclusions.
Jump to
I don't want
conclusions.
to rule out any possibilities either. No one outside of this room knows that I have paired with Oscar. And I think
Let's
it
keep
may
it that
be
way.
best to keep it that way.
Yes.
Everything's
Thank
close to the
you.
chest until
Logic
you're
and reason.
Precisely. Now we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen.
But the Mistral Council
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom. And I've
Oh,
been here
right.
enough times to know where we can find some more.
So long as they're
Nice.
trustworthy.
Yeah.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Oh yeah, the
like
bad
that.
After
luck. Freaking
that,
Nora.
we can move on to step 2.
What's step 2?
2.
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
Let's get down to business.
But we already know how to fight.
You can only fight so long as you have crescent rows, but you're still lacking in
Yeah.
hand-to-hand
Oh, this is what you guys are telling me.
Yeah.
combat. Mr. Ark, I'm glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your semblance.
Oh!
All of you still have a ways to go before you're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces. And though Oscar can give me temporary control, he'll need to strengthen his body and his aura. Wait,
Right.
what? He'll inherit my muscle memory in time, but practice will expedite the process.
Let's go. I'm so ready. I kind of want to work out with
Going
him.
to teach us.
Oh, what the freak?
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon.
Damn, look at him spinning that shit. He
We
still
have
got the twirl.
approximately 1 month before classes resume at Haven. If Salem were to plan an attack, it would make sense that it occur prior to students' return. It's
Oh.
not much time, but it's better than nothing.
Interesting.
Just don't expect me to go easy on you.
Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Yeah, you gotta work on that muscle memory. You gotta tap into your avatar state. Oh, dude, I am loving this chapter. Can't wait to watch it again like 5 more times. Oh, yeah, summon your way out. Oh, that Schnee family blood is strong in you. That's so crazy that she can turn it into... Oh, she's gonna cut through the... Right. Cut through the bars. That's crazy cool. This is so good. This chapter was shorter than the last one, but there's way more shit in this one that we gotta discuss. I'm actually glad I watched this one prior to doing any discussion video whatsoever and prior to reading your guys' comments, because now I can go and read your comments and then formulate a discussion video centering around all the stuff that got introduced here. So obviously no Salem this chapter because we got a lot of Salem back in last chapter, but what we did get is, of course, let's start with the simple stuff, is Weiss is captured by the bandits, obviously, and of course there's this new girl, Vernal, it sounded like Vernal. You guys can correct me in the comments, but whoever this girl is obviously does not seem to be scared of any of Weiss's threats. One could be because she's just way too OP, you know what I'm saying? She might be the spring maiden. I'm pretty sure I'm almost 90% sure she is a Spring Maiden, not just because like, oh hey, there's a new character introduced, oh chapter 1 talked about, you know, the Spring Maiden being with Raven's crew, but also the fact that, you know, in the opening we see Cinder, the Fall Maiden, go head to head with, you know, Vernal's character. So you know, dude, are we gonna get a freaking Maiden off? You know what I'm saying? That'd be so freaking epic. Holy shit, freaking Vernal versus Cinder. That'd be pretty crazy, because we know that Cinder has to join up with Watts and travel to confront Raven together, right? So the bandits, it's crazy how Weiss is also there. So Weiss might have to join with Raven in order to combat this new oncoming threat, you know, because, you know, Raven talked with Crow previously about, you know, her movements and her stuff. So obviously Raven does not trust Salem whatsoever, which might say that either they might move camp if they know about what's going on, or they might, you know, just prepare for battle, which might be the, you know, season finale or the volume finale of Rwby Volume 5, which is the confrontation between Salem's group and their group, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, Sienna Khan is dead, so we already got one major death. Well, Sienna Khan is a major character, I feel, because not only because she's a Khan, but the fact that, you know, she's a leader of the White Fang, and her death ultimately, because she was, although she was an extremist member of the White Fang, she was probably the most reasonable extremist member of the White Fang, you know what I'm saying, considering who else we get. We got these two crazy hooded mofos along with Ilya, who doesn't care about, you know, disrupting crazy peaceful speeches promoting peace, and instead promoting violence instead, or, you know, promoting the other side very strongly within the middle of a speech. You know, you don't interrupt Papa Belladonna, you know what I'm saying? Well, technically she didn't interrupt Papa Belladonna, she went in between, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So going back to this, you know, obviously Weiss, she can summon a little version. I wonder if like a bigger version is harder to summon and can stay for a shorter period of time, and a smaller summon can last longer, you know what I'm saying? Does it have that sort of mechanic to it, her summons, I mean? So that'll be interesting. I'm guessing next episode she's gonna break out. So, dude, that'd be so freaking cool. But major thing I want to talk about is, of course, Oscar, you know, Ozpin, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, he's like, and he transforms into like his previous self, and it's so much like Avatar. Like he says he's the culmination of many men who have worked throughout thousands and thousands of years to promote safety and peace and understanding within Remnant. At least that's what he's saying. He's left multiple lifetimes, which makes that much more sense. The fact that he mentioned, you know, he's made more mistakes than any living man in history, which you guys told me to make a note of back in Volume 1. Holy crap, this shit is crazy. It's crazy how Rooster Teeth thought of this shit from all the way back then, you know. Way to go, Rooster Teeth. I love this shit, because I loved Avatar, man. I absolutely loved Avatar, The Last Airbender, and of course I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! So seeing a combination of both aspects in here, and apparently he was, I guess, proto Ozpin, the first Ozpin, because he mentioned that even the previous Ozpin was just one of his lifetimes, which Oscar will actually end up being, which has its own ethical complications, you know what I'm saying, unforeseen complications basically. But yeah, so whatever proto Ozpin was, which might be the King of Vale from all the way back then, that might be proto Ozpin, you know what I'm saying, that might be him. But the gods cursed him, or like, I don't know, like they basically turned him into like, well, he's not immortal. He's like, he just reincarnates in a different person's body, but that person still maintains their consciousness. That's not technically the same thing as like the way we picture reincarnation. It's most like reincarnation along with like sharing occupancy with someone else, basically. So Ozpin basically lives each of his lifetimes and accumulates the experience and memories from each of them, and kind of like the Avatar, you know, he transfers from person to person, and you know, it's kind of like that. And dude, I am absolutely loving, I'm loving this dynamic. And he basically I swear to God, I wouldn't be surprised if he broke into song in the middle of that. He's like, let's get down to business to defeat Salim, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually the case, because that's pretty awesome. Like training a Rwby in hand-to-hand combat, John has to figure out what his freaking semblance is, bro. What's his semblance, bro? And you know, Ren and Nora also have to improve their abilities as well. I feel like Ren more than Nora, because Nora's already a powerhouse of badassery, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they can all improve quite a bit. And so now the plan is to go find more huntsmen in Mistral, which actually might be a good thing, though, the fact that, you know, the Haven Academy is empty. The way Ozpin was talking about is that Haven Academy empty might be a bad thing, but I feel like it's more of a good thing, because if Cinder attacks, you don't want the students to be there, otherwise there's going to be mass amount of casualties. Instead, you could send a bunch of, you know, trained huntsmen and huntresses to be ready there and wait for Cinder and company to arrive, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and that scroll, okay, there's way too much shit to talk about. I gotta make a separate discussion video, and of course go over all the stuff that I just went over as well. So I'm gonna make a separate discussion video. There's a whole lot of freaking shit to go over, but yeah. Rwby Volume 5, Chapter 3, dude, this chapter is so good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving this volume so far. I'm loving this volume. Leave your comments down below. I gotta go back and read your guys' comments from Chapter 2 and make up my own little discussion video. So yeah, loving it, freaking loving it. All right, what did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I'll see you guys later in Rwby Volume 5 Chapter 4 or the discussion video, whichever comes first. I'm not entirely sure how I'll do it. It's just I'm just going based off the feeling, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe, hit that like button, and feel free to share the video, and I'll see you guys next time.